Welcome into 7 News this week. I'm Febin Casahoon, and today we're taking a closer look at some of the most impactful stories happening in your neighborhood. Learning loss from the pandemic is creating a greater need for tutors. 7 News takes a pulse on where students are academically and what resources are available to get them to where they need to be. And battling together, a local boy providing comfort to children at Oishei Children's Hospital while battling a disease of his own. Also, last week we dove into what an electric future means for your vehicle. But what about for your home? The state has set electric home heating goals, but following the deadly Christmas blizzard, where thousands lost power, questions over staying warm in the winter continue to circulate. 7 News anchor reporter Taylor Epps spoke with a variety of people to learn if the state's climate goals are even achievable here in Western New York.
Hey everybody, Taylor Epps here to talk to you about heat. There's not much of it outside. It's windy, it's chilly. It's November here in Western New York, so a lot of us have already switched the heat on. But let's look past this upcoming winter and talk about the future, which is going to look a little different because of New York State's climate goals. Now, this is not the first time we've talked about this, and that's because there are still so many concerns and so many questions about how all of this is going to work. So we're going to follow this for you every step of the way. Hearing concerns from James Newman, head of NOCO, which has been serving Western New York through each energy evolution for the past 90 years. State Senator Patrick Gallivan, who says we are not ready for these changes. And then we get answers from Doreen Harris, head of the state office leading this push to electric. But we'll start with a Western New Yorker getting ready for the snow to come.
We just want to make sure that we're all prepared.
Prepared for days like this. Lamar Smith and his wife just moved back to Buffalo from the town of Tonawanda this month. So he stopped by this winter preparedness event to stock up on things to get their new place ready for anything.
It was horrifying, okay, for a lot of people, especially I run a large group, the WNY Community Bulletin Board. So it's about 28,000 people there. And I got a chance to see kind of firsthand through their eyes, through their pictures, through their lives, how they were impacted.
It's a community resource of 28,000 people that they started in 2015. It's a space where they can talk and help each other out.
Pull together, get the information they needed, the resources they needed, and then again, just make sure that we all survive as much as we can.
So as we head into this winter with the 2022 blizzard still on our minds, New York's climate goals line the path forward. That means all electric cars, all electric buildings, electric heating to cook your food and to keep you warm. Lamar's new place uses natural gas, so I asked him what he thinks about moving electric.
Uncertain. I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I'm definitely all about preservation, energy conservation, and everything like that. However, I also, my cousin, for example, she survived the blizzard last year all because of her gas stove.
I think it's a very complex topic. It's not like going from oil to gas, right? It's a next energy evolution.
Shifting with the energy changes is what NOCO does. James Newman's grandfather was delivering coal door to door 90 years ago. Now James talks to customers about what's next.
The switch from natural gas to something else isn't as clear. You hear about electrification, and that is part of the solution. But what that means for the individual consumer is not clear for them. And I am not in any way fighting the move to electric. I just say for our customers, it's not clear what that means.
He's got 4 concerns with the plan to go electric. 1, the cost for his customers. He says installing heat pumps can cost anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000.
It's probably twice what a standard natural gas furnace would cost. We hear a lot of things like tax subsidies. We're gonna do rebates. Well, if you're a consumer that's trying to put a new heating system and you don't want to hear about a rebate that's going to come 3 years down the road or 2 years down the road, you want to talk about the check that you have to write that day.
2, the timeline.
What if we don't hit these dates? Do we admit failure? And so I've been challenged. Well, if we don't set dates, there'll be no urgency. To me, we could get some short-term, easier to implement, like let's just reduce consumption.
3, where is this electricity coming from?
Everybody waves the wand of solar and wind. Well, that's going to take a lot of manufacturing. To get electrification, you're going to have better service.
And finally, is it the right fit?
Just thinking about a guy in Cattaraugus County that's asked to be putting a heat pump in, right? Well, he might have an older home with poor electricity service in general out there. Does it make sense for him?
For Newman, it's a matter of rethinking the plan.
We shouldn't be looked at as the enemy here. I think we all embrace this. We know we have to, but I think we have some ideas on how it could be done with greater clarity.
State Senator Patrick Gallivan is concerned this push to electric will push people away.
It should be my decision whether I have a gas stove or not. I know it's going to cost this much. I can't afford to stay in New York because of this added cost.
He also worries about how this will work in our colder climate.
We need to look no further than last year, the problems with lack of electricity and the people that died directly from losing power in their homes.
And that voices aren't being heard.
It's rather, we believe this is good. We're telling you that this is going to be the policy of the state and you have to live with it. And the majority of people do not agree with the electrification of New York State right now.
So I looked through some studies from the U.S. Energy Information Administration, and they show that older homes, like we have here in Western New York, tend to use natural gas more. They also show that energy insecure homes tend to get billed more, so you can understand why people are so concerned here. So I brought these concerns to Doreen Harris. She's the president and CEO of NYSERDA, the state office leading the Climate Action Plan.
Our transition is one that will happen over decades, but also be affordable.
So we'll start with the money. Harris points to the state's Empower Plus program.
Literally, we are paying for these upgrades, specifically for low to moderate income New Yorkers.
To get in on this, you have to already participate in a utility assistance program, have income lower than the state median, or live in one of these areas in Buffalo or Niagara Falls. Now to the timing.
But the time to really get at your heating and cooling systems is during the natural cycle of replacement. And so when we think about goals for 2050, all of us will be looking at replacements in those coming decades.
Giving you the time to prepare and giving the state the time to strengthen the grid.
Statistically speaking, we actually have one of the most reliable grids in the country. We are not going to see future blackouts or those challenges that we see in other states because we plan.
And then what about those worst case scenarios, like another blizzard?
That's very much part of that planning. It's planning not only to make your home more efficient and to stay cooler or warmer for a longer period of time, but also how to make your way through an emergency situation.
So it seems like the key here is that this is still a plan, a flexible one that'll develop over the next 2 decades.
I definitely believe in all of these ideas. I just, we need to see a smoother transition.
We're a voice for Western New York. Taylor Epps, 7 News.
Liam Lynch has spent a lot of time at Oishei Children's Hospital battling cancer. His nurse remembers the first time he was admitted, diagnosed with T-cell lymphoblastic lymphoma at age 6.
They had come up through the ER. He had no pajamas with him, and they had to stay the night. And I was like, you know what? I know there was a donation somewhere. Let me see if I can find his size. And sure, there was a size for him, and it did make his night.
Now he is paying it forward. Liam helped collect hundreds of pajamas from the community. Thursday, it was delivery day.
Because one day in the hospital, I ran out of pajamas and I was uncomfortable and I wasn't warm as I'd like to be. And I didn't want any kid feeling like that, like how I did.
Are you surprised at how many people donated?
Yeah, really surprised.
Liam's mom continues to be amazed by her son's strength and motivation to help others, all while her 10-year-old warrior bravely battles cancer for the second time.
The first time he was diagnosed in December of 2019, he fought for 3 years. He rang the bell and then re-diagnosed a couple days before his birthday in February 2023.
And what was that like? You just fought and then you found out you were going to fight again. What were your thoughts?
Upset and surprised.
And now how you feeling?
Good.
Since the bone marrow transplant, he fights every day.
But not alone. He has the support of Oishei, the community, and the Buffalo Bills. You may have seen Liam on the field at Highmark Stadium back in October. Josh Allen's message to him, just keep fighting. Well, what's your message to the Bills right now? It seems like they're having a little slump.
Get your act together.
Yeah, tell them. Things can be tough, but what do you got to do to win even when things are tough? You know.
Just try your best.
Focus.
Yeah, focus.
As the Bills focus on their next game, Liam will be focused on the patients at Oishei, making sure they know he is there to support them. You've probably made a lot of friends here in this hospital, too.
Yes.
You're feeling okay, right?
Yeah.
3 years after the start of the pandemic, the impact of COVID-19 on education remains hard to ignore. A new report from the Center of Reinventing Public Education found that math and reading scores for 4th and 8th grade students in the United States reached record lows in 2022, with 1/3 of students in both grade levels unable to read at the basic achievement level. One way schools and families are trying to address these academic losses is by working with tutors.
My business is very busy right now.
Christine Hill of East Amherst worked as a teacher for 15 years before launching her private tutoring and college counseling business in 2019.
Students need tutoring now more than ever. They need that content reassurance. They need that mastery of the content.
Hill tells me she originally started her business as a way to help college-bound students prepare for tests and school applications, but it quickly expanded to offer students of all ages one-on-one attention and a boost in a variety of subjects, including English and math.
I have a wonderful network of tutors that I can call or contact and say, what's your availability? And so I can connect them with the appropriate tutor.
Hill tells me tutors in her network set their own rates, which can vary based on experience and certification. National statistics say on average a private tutor can cost between $25 and $80 an hour.
Demand is very high.
Ann Ryan is the executive director of Read to Succeed Buffalo, an organization that has served our community since 2009.
So the mission of Read to Succeed Buffalo is to have every child reading at grade level by the end of 3rd grade, regardless of their economic status.
To address the need and demand, Read to Succeed Buffalo offers a variety of programs, including Experience Corps Buffalo, an intergenerational, evidence-based tutoring and mentoring program that has a contract with Buffalo Public Schools.
Our tutor volunteers sign up for the entire school year. They go 2 or 3 times per week meeting with their students.
This year, Experience Corps Buffalo is working with around 300 students in 10 different schools at no cost to their families. The 90 volunteers, seniors, all over the age of 50, mostly retired professionals.
They come from our community, and they're doing this not to be paid. They're doing this because they know that if this community is not literate, if they're not doing everything they can to help our community, that it's their future.
And Ryan tells me the tutoring program is working.
The district's investment in tutoring, and hopefully an expansion of investment in tutoring through Read to Succeed, is what works. And we see it in the school's own administered DIBELS tests 3 times a year.
And Ryan tells me she believes that the demand for tutoring programs will only continue to grow, with more and more schools reaching out to have their students included. For 7 News, I'm Jeff Russo.
Graduation requirements could look different for New York State high schoolers. The Blue Ribbon Commission releasing recommendations for graduation measures on Monday.
This is a really good, in my opinion, first step out of the box.
The commission is proposing 12 recommendations, including more assessment options and providing exemptions from diploma assessment requirements if the student has suffered emotional trauma. I sat down with Niagara Falls City School District Superintendent Mike Laurie to discuss his thoughts on the plan.
Every student is not going to college, but this document gives us the flexibility and the responsibility to prepare students to get ready for the world of work.
Niagara Falls High School Principal Cheryl Villardo telling me this potential diversity of assessments goes hand in hand with the diversity of students.
Having a one-size-fits-all standardized test does not allow our diverse learners, students with IEPs, students who English isn't their first language. I don't think it fully allows them to show what they know.
I spoke with New York State Board of Regents Bob Bennett on the phone. He says when discussing career pathways, you have to include the business community to talk about the skills they want. Some kids learn differently, so how can we best make sure that they're prepared when they get out of 12th grade? Superintendent Laurie telling me his district has been implementing some of the recommendations before they were released, which he attributes to their increased rate of high school graduates.
We've moved from 67% in the last 6 years to 86%. The way we've been trying to lead in this district lines up very nicely with this document.
An element of the recommendations Niagara Falls has already been incorporating: financial literacy, a skill used well beyond high school.
we have students who are the heads of their household or who are managing their family's finances. We had a senior the other day say, I wish I had this sooner because I've been making so many mistakes in kind of how I've been helping my family.
The Board of Regents will be considering these recommendations in the near future.
One challenge will be how the implementation occurs and being able to implement it and having the capacity and the infrastructure.
But leaders in education are excited for this potential movement.
We've all been waiting for this change, and I don't think this comes a minute too soon.
Hannah Ferreira, 7 News, Niagara Falls.
I'm doing what I had always hoped I could do in a place that is home. This is the place where I've been for close to 20 years. This is the place where I fell in love. This is the place where I'm raising a young family, where we live and work and play. Buffalo's home for me. And I've never been more proud to be part of an organization than I am with Channel 7.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Current qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $299 a month, or get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models when you purchase. See your Western New York Chevy dealers.
iPhone 15 Pro, your husband deserves it.
Carolers, to tell me you want a new iPhone? A better plan is Verizon.
No way they take this break.
Yes, they will in any condition. Get iPhone 15 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch all on them.
Please forgive him.
It's all good, just a little awkward. We'll wrap this up.
Black Friday starts now. Turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. That's up to $1,700 in value. It's holiday every day with Verizon.
Black Friday sales event is on at Transit Town Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram. Black Friday savings all month, like 15% off new Ram heavy-duty trucks, all cabs. APR as low as 2.9% on Ram 1500s, 15% off Jeep Compass, 10% off Jeep Grand Cherokee and Gladiator. And we'll buy your current vehicle, lease or own. It's our biggest sale event of the year. Black Friday sales event, Transit Town Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram, Williamsville, Elma, or transittown.com.
Luxurious, durable, custom design. Bathrooms used to be about functionality. At Comfort Showers and Baths, they're designed with beauty and relaxation in mind. Introducing our exclusive Comfort Stone systems made with Corian. We're defining luxury with the look of natural stone without the maintenance headache. We promise you'll never want to leave your shower again.
Act now and get 10% off, plus choose 2.9% or no interest, no payments for 2 years.
Visit ComfortShowersandBaths.com and schedule your free estimate today.
I'm Katie Morrison. I know so many of you are getting ready for Thanksgiving next week. You're probably looking for some deals, especially as you're trying to make ends meet. So I took a look at the prices of 5 Thanksgiving staples at 4 local grocery stores. Here's what I found. I'm taking a look at Thanksgiving prices at Wegmans, Tops, Walmart, and Aldi. Here are the 5 items I tracked: a 20-pound turkey, a box of stuffing, a can of cranberry sauce, fresh green beans, and sweet potatoes. These prices are what you'll get if you shop in-store for everything. Let's start with Wegmans. Frozen turkeys are on sale for 58 cents a pound, so you can get a 20-pound turkey for $11.60. Wegmans stuffing mix, $1.25. A can of cranberry sauce, $1.50. Fresh green beans, $2.59 a pound. And sweet potatoes, 39 cents a pound. I use the price for 2 pounds of green beans and 3 pounds of sweet potatoes at each store, and that brings the cost of this meal at Wegmans to $20.70. Tops is also selling frozen turkeys for 58 cents a pound. Their stuffing mix is $1.50. A can of cranberry sauce, $2.19. Fresh green beans, $2.79 a pound. And sweet potatoes, 58 cents a pound. Your Tops total comes to $22.61. At Walmart, you can get a frozen turkey for 98 cents a pound. Their store brand stuffing is 93 cents. A can of cranberry sauce, $1.98. Fresh green beans, $1.63 a pound, and sweet potatoes, 72 cents a pound. That means at Walmart, you'll spend $27.93. Finally, Aldi has frozen turkeys for $1.27 a pound, stuffing for 75 cents, cranberry sauce for $1.59, green beans for $2.69 a pound, and sweet potatoes for 49 cents a pound. At Aldi, those items add up to $34.59. So if you're shopping at one place, Wegmans is your best bet, with Tops not far behind. And just keep in mind, you do have to read the small print. So at Tops, you have to spend $30 if you do want to get that price per pound for the turkey. And just remember, these are this week's prices. Things could change as we head into next week. Katie Morse, 7 News.
I'm Derek Hyde at Niagara Produce in Elma, where they opened a small grocery store inside the building, just for young kids to learn all about food. For many of us, the grocery store is a weekly errand. But for 2-year-old Connor, the grocery store is a fun trip.
Oh, good job.
Thanks to the brand new Pete's Produce Corner inside of Niagara Produce in Elma.
1, 2. Now how about a tomato?
The area is based on the book Sweet Pete, What Do You Eat? Written by the president of Niagara Produce, Jody Chesko.
So I think it's important for kids to learn where produce comes from, how it's grown.
And the food here is very realistic, all to give kids like Connor an experience they can learn from.
Sort of take what they can learn here and bring it back to their homes, especially if children are trying new and healthy foods.
So along with the book, this area allows kids to try new foods for the first time, like Tuesday's menu of banana, watermelon, and cantaloupe.
Better than candy, right? Try
And I
your
think
banana.
anytime parents have help with getting their kids to try new and healthy foods, I think that's really very much appreciated.
The children's area is co-run by both Chesko and Sue Chaika, who recently retired from the West Seneca Central School District.
2 thumbs up.
I worked the before school program, the after school program. I did the lunch program and the breakfast program. Okay. So this food thing is right up my alley. I've been here ever since and I love it. Absolutely love it.
Pete's Corner is open Tuesdays and Thursdays 12 to 2 and Saturdays and Sundays 11 to 1.
Bye, Connor. Bye-bye, Graham.
Derek Hyde, 7 News, Elma.
Plastic Drive in North Tonawanda is the former home of the Durez plant, a division of Occidental Chemical Corporation, where thousands of hard-working men and women were exposed to asbestos, not knowing it was dangerous. If you or a family member ever worked at the Durez plant or lived around the Durez plant and were diagnosed with mesothelioma or lung cancer, please call us today.
Lipsitz, Pontario, and Comerford, in the fight with you.
Of course, the GMC Terrain offers different drive modes. What about Weekend Warrior mode? Or you don't see that every day mode? How about Out of the Office mode? Or even
Are you out of your mind?
mode? Want a mode for everything? GMC Terrain. Current eligible GMC lessees can get this low mileage lease on this all-wheel drive Terrain SLE for around $259 per month.
Emagon, celebrating life.
Lipobacian 0% for 60 months. What? That's 0% for 60 months. Let's go! Now you can get 0% for 60 months at Lake Effects Furniture and Mattress on all qualifying purchases financed through Synchrony Bank. Any style, any brand. In-stock items or custom orders. Nothing is off limits. 59, 60 months at 0%. So come check it out at Lake Effect Furniture and Mattress.
Hey there everyone, Dom Tibbetts here in the locker room at South Park High School. Sitting next to me, Noah Willoughby, class of 2024, more importantly, Section 6's all-time leading passer for the South Park Sparks. Noah, you accomplished that feat on your first pass in the game against Pioneer. You also had to go play another 3.5 quarters basically. Talk me through that moment. Take me into what was going on through your head, knowing you've cemented yourself in history, but you just did something incredible, and now you've got to go finish the rest of the game.
The moment was fast. It was super fast, but I enjoyed it though. You know, I understood my assignment. At the end of the day, it didn't really matter to me as much as it should have. I was just so focused on my guys. I put them before anything. Those are my guys. I love those guys to death. I'm going to bat for them. And I understood my assignment that I still got to be a leader on the field and off the field. I still got a job to take care of, and I still got a game to win.
What was that like when you got back to school the next day? I mean, like king of the mountain maybe feeling, no?
Yeah, a little bit. Everybody was just like, congratulations. They were talking about me making the newspaper, being, you know, the head of the newspaper and everything, and everybody was just congratulating me. But I was still kind of a little upset about the game, but I wasn't ready for football to be over, you know, but I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed playing. I enjoyed, you know, living through the record. It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Well, it's easy to see why South Park's Noah Willoughby is this week's first student Super 7 Athlete of the Week. For Noah, I'm Dom Tibbetts, 7 Sports.
Well, that's it for 7 News this week. Remember, you can always find us on your favorite streaming device as well as our WKBW app. Until next time, have a great weekend.